BA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in mired in a brutal stretch right now, losers of 8 straight games.
Can you imagine going 2 straight months without winning a game and still trying to hold it together? They've got to find some inspiration somewhere that can lead them to a victory.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 17 carries, 94 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Now Mayfield. His throw incomplete. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And taken right on the 30. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here are the Chargers. Offense led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Lions. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher. And we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank. It doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Run!
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. For Marshall, that's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And down here, first and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Dances by him. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Now Herbert, third and goal. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth. The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, this unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's the Panthers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Illegal blocking the ball. Return team.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lions. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Now it's Herbert. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know, it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
No, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're most certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Up the middle they go. It's Lyons, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Throwing, Mayfield. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Mayfield, he completes this one to Mingo. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 12-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. First down, Mayfield. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. And again, it's Mayfield. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the pack.
And he's got a touchdown, Panthers. Jonathan Mingo, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Last week, what a game. He was knocking on the door for 200.
And one of the things I saw come out of last week's game in his post-game press conference, he gave a lot of credit to the offensive line, as you might expect. But he also talked about the wide receivers blocking on the perimeter because no big game happens unless wide receivers block.
And watching film, you showed me he also made people miss. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Lyons fights through him. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lyons. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 79 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Second down and 4. Steps away to his left. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first. Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back. Because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
The Chargers at 10-2 on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the left side. It's Lions. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Josh Palmer with career touchdown number 60. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Now Mayfield. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. after that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 105 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. This 2nd and 4. On the option right, Herbert. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a 1st down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play. They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Herbert just beat the play clock. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Marshall. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down, Los Angeles.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 1st down, Lions. The 20. Touchdown, LA. A great effort there. 42 yards. And the Chargers have retaken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 17-14.
17. Panthers 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They go play action. Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Here's Herbert down on second down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Herbert. Oh, and that is incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Thomas has got it complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
At the 34-yard line.
Mayfield now. Same target. It's Jacobs again. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. And the slot man goes in motion left. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Saquon Barkley, over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Jayden Reed, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. And lastly, Monday Night Football has a good one lined up between the Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins. Each team making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football open. In the end zone and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche. They can get it done.
13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. It's on balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Jacobs again. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Josh Jacobs, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have retaken a third quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
168 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On 3rd down, it's Lions. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
1st down, Chargers.
Here's Herbert. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
To throw on third down. Wolf. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. From the gun, he'll hand this off. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line down at the 2. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. Herbert going to change the play here. They'll look to throw on third and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers have taken the lead here this third quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Here's Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 33. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Play action. It's Herbert. And his throw here is incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
On 3rd down. Lions. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
And the Chargers first down.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Finds Johnston. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On second down, it's Lions. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. So a big kick coming down for Jake Elliott. This to swell the lead to 6. The kick by Elliott is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Herbert now. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
On second down now. It's Lions. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last says, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing, but at that point, maybe close to let this slip away.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 7 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Mayfield and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Returnable here from the 38. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. The Chargers getting set to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They'll run on 1st down. Lions. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Now it's Herbert. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Carlos Basham able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Josh Palmer, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Now the offense for the Panthers here, getting the football back. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. That is caught by Lamb. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. Play fake. Mayfield. Thomas brings it in. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, first down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Mayfield on play action. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
Drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Mayfield to throw it. And now another one thrown incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Baker Mayfield, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now Herbert. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Here's Thomas on the return. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. So here are Mayfield and the Panthers. Down by 7. A minute 45 to play. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. He completes this one to Mingo. 2nd and 6 coming up.
4 yards on the pickup.
Now Mayfield.
At the 39-yard line.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's 1st down. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Mayfield to throw. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's Baker. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and we have done in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
What a finish in this one, Charles.
380, run! Go. Set. 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 Ready. Green 80. Set. Green 80. Ready. Green 80. Green on. Set. 180 hot. Green 80. Green hot. Set. Green 80. Set. Go. Set. Set. Ready. Set. 380. Run. Run. Set. Let's go. Set. Go. Set. Go. Set. Go. 380. Run. Set. Go. 380. Run. Don't know. 380. Run. What is it? Set. Ready. 380. Run. Run. Ready, run! Set. Set. Let's go. Green 80. Run! Go. Set. Go, let's go. Set. Green 80. Green hot. Ready. Set. Go, hey.